Hi, I'm back to do a quick little review of this Bokken that I bought. It is Master Cutlery's Black Bushido Bokken. As you can see, it has the kanji for Bushido stamped into the wood and colored in with gold paint. That's not why I bought it. I bought it because it came with a wrapped handle or tsuka, which I thought would give me more the feel and approximation of holding a real sword. As it turns out, that's not the case. In fact, if anything, it made it feel less like a real sword, as I'll explain in a moment. Mostly, I found this Bokken to be horrible, which is why I'm doing this review so that you can be warned. Um, it comes painted black, which, as it turns out, is the best thing I can say about this Bokken. The paint has held up very well. Now, I've mostly used this for solo practice. I haven't done any sparring with it. However, I have hit my cutting stand a few times, and by way of doing this review, I smashed it together with another Bokken I had a few times to see how the paint would hold up. The paint held up well. It did not scratch or fade or scrape off at all. And like I said, that's really the only good thing I can say about this sword. Moving down to the handle, you can see that it's wrapped, which is why I bought it. The wrap's horrible. It's probably just because a Bokken handle is not meant to be wrapped. It's secured by some glue at either end, but all along the middle, it's completely loose. You can slide it, move it around. It gets tangled up. You can see just from using it, it looked like this basically after I used it once. And so as soon as I'm done with this review, I'm going to remove it. Also, the way the Bokken, the wood sword is constructed, the handle's the same size, the wood handle is the same size as a regular Bokken, which already is about the right size to approximate the feel of a real sword's handle. When you add the wrap to it, it actually then is thicker. So believe it or not, it feels less like holding a real sword than if it did not have the wrap. Moving on to the tsuba. The tsuba, when I first got it, was totally loose. Didn't even come close to fitting onto the Bokken. I had to wrap about a quarter inch all the way around of black electrical tape and then smash the tsuba down onto that to get it to stay into place. And the little rubber habaki is barely tight enough to keep itself on. Really does very little to hold on the tsuba. So I'm probably going to lose those as well as soon as this review is over. And then finally, it's going to be a little hard for you to see, although I think you actually can, that it's warped. It's not even straight. You can see it's bowed upward slightly, slightly bowed upward. And believe it or not, you can feel it, especially when you're working and practicing hard to get a nice cutting angle with your sword. It really feels off when you're using it. Now, this sword retails for about $5, so not really any more or less than the red wood Bokken that you find more commonly. I highly recommend you go with one of those over this. And though, like I said, I haven't sparred with it much, I have a feeling it's going to hold up about as well under sparring as its quality would make you think. So horrible, stay away from it. The black Bushido Bokken by Matt.